Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Do I have everything? I need to silence my phone again. Do not disturb. Yes, please. Okay. I think we're ready. I think we're ready to keep going with the create world single player this time. Guess what I'm standing on? Look at it, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful build, but it does need some fixing. Look at, oh dude, it looks so much better from further away. Because I mean, once you're at like the bottom of the tower, you don't really see the entire thing. But look at the island, it's, ooh, look at it. It's pretty cool when it's like fading out a little bit. But we need to fix some stuff. Overall, this thing is working perfectly. All the doors are open for the moment. I can close them if I wanted to. But there are some things that are a bit messed up. I think where's the... Yeah, these guys don't open. The doors don't open. Where's the doors? These doors don't open. I know you can't really see them, but they are very important. I'm craving salad with onions and pickles. An egg salad with onion and pickles. Oh, okay. Sure, I guess. But yeah. Also, we need to decorate these places a little bit. Also, why is this messed up? But we need to get some of these. And like decorate these halls like this one. The next one is not decorated yet. If you like, this one is not decorated. Also, if we go up, no decoration whatsoever. So we do need to do that. And then oh, BRB, yeah, you're fine, you're good. And then like these ones, we also need to decorate, make them look a bit nicer. If I go up one, I feel like yes. So, yeah, we need a block to do this puzzle as well, and then we'll see what we get on with. But for now, we are gonna take off downstairs, and we're gonna go and gather up some stuff, because the first thing that we're gonna do today is not decoration but teleportation. Because we need to set up teleportation juice on this pipe right here. That's for the top floor to go up to the roof. So let's go and grab everything we need to set up teleportation. And I think I might set up an entirely new system to do the teleportation, because the one room that we have, you'll see in a second, but the one room that we have right now is very small, very tiny. So I am going to make sure that we have space for the future and for future teleportation. Let me put some of these on pause because I don't want them lagging out my stream. Okay. Yeah, so we'll set up some teleportation juice. That's weird. Okay. Fix them. And I think I need to go and check what we actually need. And while we're here, we can preload some chunks, so that future traveling gets a lot easier. Boom. Okay, let's see. For that, we need to go upstairs. So this is where all the teleportation happens for the juice. And this is great and all, but I need to make sure that these that I have more space. So I'm looking. I'm gonna keep looking, and then we'll figure out how to transport these or put these somewhere else. I don't think I have space on the floor above. Nope. So I think we'll have to go either basement or don't really have space up here as well. Or in a different building, but that's gonna be a whole nother problem. Because we don't really, I mean, we have the space up here, but it's not much more space than we have up there. So that's not that smart of a decision to make, except if we could use this floor, and this might be a good call. The only thing is we would have to get juice over here, which probably wouldn't be too big of a problem since we can kind of like connect these buildings up to each other with pipes, which might actually look cool. Okay, so let's do that. Let's use this floor for the teleportation of telejuice. I am gonna get rid of you. I'm gonna get rid of all of these. I'm gonna have to fix that someday. And we're gonna have to fix the floor as well. Okay. First things first, I need to pump back. So we're gonna have to do that. Also, we need to have a way of emptying that. We just need to empty this tank, to be honest. Which is easier said than done. Bum, 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 ba-da-ba-bum, bum. Okay, let's do that. Let's grab all of these pipes first. So now there's no more fluid in here, I think. Nope. So we can grab these as well. How am I gonna set this up? I mean, the easiest thing to do is we need to figure out where everything goes, right? Which easier said than done, of course. I think, can I see coordinates on these? No. No, okay, no coordinates to be seen. Okay, so we just need to keep these together, basically. How am I going to do that? I think it'll be smart to just take him with us and then place him. So do that and then that. That. So we'll go and place these first. These are very important. And then we'll have to gather up all the other ones for the return. First, let's get over here. So I think it'll be smart to use this area as So we'll do 1, and we'll leave 2 spaces in between. Then we'll get you guys set back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, sure. What kind of question do you have? Is there a way I can get back in here easier? Or do I have to do staircases all the time? Kind of have to, okay. What's the question? What are we, How does an autocrafter work? Okay, that's a good question. Do you want the basics or do you want the full explanation? Because there's a big difference right there. Oh, damn it. Shouldn't have done that. You want the basics or an explanation, or the full explanation? Because I don't have an autocrafter in this world, so I would have to make one, which I will do if you need a full explanation. Basic, because I'm building a pumpkin pie. Okay, so basically, whenever you input an item, it'll fill from the top slot left to right, right to left, I think. Let me go to crafting table so I can show you. So, do I have a crafting table here? I don't think I do. Never mind, I have backpack. So imagine this being the interface of the autocrafter, right? So if you input something with, let's say, a hopper, right? It'll fill an item 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like this, right? Which means that if you're doing a pumpkin pie farm, oh, that's horrible. That's the worst farm you want to make with an autocrafter, because you have to sequence your inputs. Pumpkin pie recipe in Minecraft. And I get the recipe. Can I not like open the image? Apparently I cannot. But this is the pumpkin pie recipe, right? So what you want to do in the auto, do you have one or not? And also, do they have to be in this order or not? Because it's if it has to be in order and if it has to be that shape, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be very different. But what you want to do is click on any of the little frames that you don't want to be filled. So you just want to make sure that there's three of those available to be filled, right? And then you're gonna insert every item in sequence. That means 1 pumpkin, 1 sugar, 1 egg, and then power it with a redstone pulse, and then it'll craft up a pumpkin pie, and then you repeat that every time. That's the basics. That's the basic explanation of what this thing does. And I hope that helps, because if I go into detail, which I can, but then I would have to go into the creative world, and we'll have to see if I can kind of walk you through how I would do it. Use 2 of them? I have to, no you don't. Well, you have to, first you have to craft the sugarcane into sugar, which would also take an autocrafter. But yeah, 1 to turn the sugarcane into sugar, and then the rest to do the other things. So I'm gonna take all of this out. I'm probably not gonna be using it anymore. That can stay. And then we'll wait for this guy to do their thing before we can. I mean, we could just set it up as well. Okay. There is some good tutorials on the use of AutoCrafter though on the internet, on the interwebs. So if you really want to get down and dirty, right, with the AutoCrafter, you can look some of those up. Once you get the principle, once you get like the basic function of it down, and you've used it once or twice, it's gonna get a lot easier to do it. So I suggest just figuring it out on your own and like using some tutorials to really help you with it. I'm probably won't be able to reach all of those, but also that's not the right way to do it, because I need to be able to lock this. So you where did I put them? Right there. You, and then we put, I'm a bit laggy. I'm not dropping any frames. If that's, is the game laggy or am I laggy? The camera. Wait, you're watching on Twitch, right? Yeah. Hello? I'm not laggy on my end. Maybe try refreshing the page, see if that helps. Ah, no. Do that. Let's do that. And then I do want to get. Just wanted you to know. Yeah, I think it shouldn't be a problem, to be honest. That. And then we're redesigning this system a little bit. So this will allow us to turn them off. And then we do want, don't I have other blocks? I want other blocks, but we can just use these to do whatever we want. Okay, and then we'll set up I kind of want to do you here, because that's going to allow me to, I hope I can reach that. But we need you. Let me get up here. 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do that. So this one will deposit in here. Deposit in there. Take from there. That's what I was thinking, and I think it's that one. But if I put it over here, it's not gonna be any better, I think. Yeah, then it's taking that one out. So what I'm gonna do is we are gonna put one of these every 2. So we'll do deposit, take, put it there, and then We'll have the other one over here. That one will take from here up till there, which is good. Then we'll do that, and this, and that, and then we'll have a tank sitting right here that we can fill up. So what we need is things to power this. Where do I have power? I hope I have power. Oh, dude, we have a sick amount of power. We can go right here. Oh, god damn it. Alright, we cannot go right there, but we can go one back. Although that's not really that smart, since we're going to put redstone over here, so maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we go from here and then go down. We could have it come through here if we wanted to, which technically what if we came up here? I mean, that's possible. It's a possibility. We'll do here. We'll get these guys in here. Take one of you. Boom. Right. So that's going to be power. It's going to power this and that guy. And then we'll figure it out. For now, we'll go back. We'll grab everything we need to, or at least everything I can think of to finish this up, which should be all available in here, or at least most of it. First things first, we'll do the slabs. I am gonna need some more of these guys, pulse repeaters. I don't think I have any down. Oh, no, I have them. That's fine. It's actually just enough. We'll get some of that. We'll get some redstone. What else am I gonna need? I'm gonna need one more arm, which is annoying, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work. We'll need tanks as well, which I do not have. I do have copper sheets, or at least plenty of copper sheets. What else do I need? I need shafts, plenty of those. That's not going to be enough casings. That's not enough iron. Okay. We're going to need some of those. We're going to need... What else am I going to need? Some of these, some of that, some of those. Some of those can never get wrong. Go wrong with those. And that's about it, I think. At least for this place. Bum, 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 bum. How many barrels do I have? That's not enough barrels. Go back to lumber more, get some wood supplies. First of all, we need some of these guys to repair the floor. Then we're gonna do... What type of wood do we have the most of? Let's put all of this stuff in here. Except for our birch wood. Because we're gonna make barrels. Plenty of them as well. Three stem. I mean, we might as well make more. I think that'll do for now. Wait, how is it not nighttime? There we go. Let's see. Gotta go to Steam Get Hollow. These are chunks we haven't loaded in, so we might get a bit laggy, but I don't think it'll be a big problem. I'm gonna take you guys. What else do I need? I need some of these to do repairs. Anything else? No. I do need pipes. That's what I forgot. Pipes and everything that we need to do pipes, to do piping. So let's go back here. Load in all the chunks while we're streaming. It's gonna be hard, but if we get most of it on the first try, we don't have to do it again. Let's see. Boom. Boom. I think that'll be enough for now. Then pipe. I think that'll be enough. Should be enough. Alrighty, tidy. Let's see. We'll go in here. That's not a good image, but... Why am I staring so hard? In that image, that is. Let's see. We'll do... tank. Right here. We'll set it up like that. That should be perfect. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I forgot to make more encased chain drives. Also forgot. Okay, we do have to go back. We do have, I mean, I'll set up the pipes first, and then we'll see what we can do. So, how are we going to do this? Because I want to... Well, technically, I want to take it out of here. So we could set it up so that we're... Or, what we could do is go out here. So we go out here. Right? Go out here. Come in here. I think that should be possible. Without doing too much changing blockwise. Boom. Like that. Sure, let's do that. And then we'll go in here. we'll basically use this room as a path through, and we'll come out. Kind of want to lower it down though. Let's do that. And then I kind of want to go in either here on this face, which makes sense. So we'll kind of maybe we lower it down even more. But then I have to be careful about the fact that I have to be able to. Yeah, we can make that. We can make that. We're gonna go all the way over here and then go over. Boom, 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 boom. Like so, and then we'll go in here. I think that'll work. And then I think we can also use this one to power it all the way through. So what we're gonna do, it reminds me of a suckerfish. What, the image? I can see that. I can see that. Can I get some power from here? I could get from there. But is there another way? Maybe I can get power here. Ooh, this is a great spot for power. So we'll bring up power from here. We'll do boom. We'll do that. I do want this one to be our power, our pump right there. Set you up like that, meaning we are gonna have to do some finagling over here. Let's do that. Put this in the floor. Then do this. And just like that, we'll have power for pump 1. And then I'll probably, honestly, we can do this, that, this. Pump, pump, pump. Great. Let's close up the floor first before we fall through. Oh, and also we need to patch up that floor, that wall there. And then, except for this one, because we are gonna grab you up here. And I kind of want to get pump. Let's do. We can bring this up. Like that. We'll. Yeah, sure. We'll do that. We'll do that, which is gonna turn that. Boom. Pump. Question is, are we getting through to... Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Question is, are we getting how far are we getting? Well, we're getting a decent amount, so I think if we put a pump on this side, we probably should be good. Right. Because I don't want to have like the spinny things on the outside. Let's go up. Then maybe that way. Oh, that's a slab. Huh, okay, never mind. I'll go like that. Like that. Okay. I think if I power this pump, we should be good. Now, that problem for that is we don't have power here. I mean, we do have power, but not the kind that we want. Which we can change. Come on. Boom. Boom. If I span these guys like that, and then we turn them over here, we can do the same over here, turn it. Of course, this will need, I mean, we could, oh well, we'll do that. It's not the prettiest thing that I've done, but it'll be fine. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we're already transferring fluids. Now I do want to connect this guy up as well, temporarily, as like a backup. Boom. Oh, I should have put a pump on there first. Do that. So we'll take you. Grab you. And that is gonna take care of that. Okay, so that's nice and closed off. We're gonna grab, did I not grab casings? I didn't, okay. Boom. And then we'll probably do this. I'll put some brackets here, so we'll leave 1, 2, 3, because I do like the idea of having some of this exposed, like you can see what's going through it. Let's go and grab some more in-case chain drives, which we need iron for. That's why I didn't grab them. Pum, pum, pum. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay. Did I not bring casings? I would think that to be... See, I did bring casings. You, that should be plenty. We can make more because we go through them like they're nothing. Boom. Let's do that. Okay. Now let's get the rest of this functional and see if I can actually make this work. Oh, damn, I didn't. Should have taken one of those again. I forgot to make another arm. Okay, so that's gone, and then we can bring this out again to make this work as well. So we can do, as long as I can actually place them correctly, we can do that, and then get this all set up. Good. Get these guys going as well. We'll do one. No, it's that. So it's one, and then we'll power this when we go through all of them. So we'll do 10 seconds each. I think throw an egg means your avatar gets thrown. You can try it out, see what happens. I don't think it, I'm gonna be honest, it might be broken, but I don't know. I literally don't have an idea. So, yeah, good luck. Let's do that. We'll put you. Boom. This on the receiving end. Then we'll get some of you. So that should be as simple as now getting that powered on. So we'll jumpstart it. And now all of these should tick once. That means every time we're loaded up here, it'll send it through. And it should be forever on loop. So this, whenever this hits, it's gonna restart this one. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. See. So now we've restarted that one. Okay, so that's functional. Now we need to get one of those, and then we need to get this set up again, which is technically a very similar setup, right? But we only want buckets of whatchamacallit in there. So we'll close you up, do that, and it's sent it through. So we should be able to see that teleport whenever it gets powered. Is there a way, or would there be a way to teleport signals, redstone signals, over long distances? Because we have the redstone links, right? But those don't go over long distances, meaning that we can't, and they have to be loaded in chunks, so we can't really do that. But it would be fun if I could do... Oh, wait a second. Why did that not work? Why didn't we... Why didn't... Huh? Oh, it's not gonna tell... Oh, of course. It's not getting telejuice. Of course. How could I be so stupid? Boom. Boom. Oh, boom. And this one needs to be set up over here. And then we're gonna take you back because, well, need it for the signal. Should have been quick enough for it to not have interrupted the sequence. But we're gonna do that. We're gonna bring them up like this. And then I'll probably... Can I get... No, I can't really get a pipe in there. I mean, I could probably wiggle it through here. Like that. Bring it out from there. That way I can take power from here if I need it. And then it's just a matter of bum 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 bum. Let's do that. Replace them with pumps because I know we're not gonna reach the end of these. Boom. And then it's as simple as getting you. Oh god, no. Bum 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 bum. Okay, so telejuice in every single one. It's become a little bit of a spider web, but it's working. And then technically I could do that, but it won't be as clean. But it is the way to go. So let's do it this way. Boom. Boom. Okay, so we do need to get another arm. And then I do need to go around and collect all the return. So like this guy. with me this guy. I mean, they're all gonna be the same, so it doesn't really matter what it does or which one it gets. Do I have precision mechanisms? Or do I need to make some? Ooh, I have 2. Let's do that. Let's get these guys back in their little spot. Okay. You come with me. I need to get the one from Lumbermore as well. And then the one from Steam Cut Hollow. Which is in here somewhere. I think I can reach it from here. Nice. And nice. Now let's go back. Wait, how did I get 4? Got Steam Cut Hollow, Lumbermore. I have oh, and then the hub. Okay, yeah. Wait, no. That doesn't make sense. Steam Cut Hollow, hub, Starbase. Okay, no, it doesn't make sense. Never mind. I'm delusional. I am delusional. So it's gonna deposit in there, take from there, and sit right there, which is good. Then these will do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll have to go and put them back. I'm gonna lock all of these like that for now. And once we've gotten the system working again, we'll go around and see if I can't set up a system for redstone transmissions. Because it would be really handy to see if this one was full, right? Or if this tank was full. Because if it's full, that means that we could technically get back to... Why are we not draining? That's working. Why are we not draining? Huh, strange. Okay, they are getting teleported. That's good. That's a good sign. Wait a minute. Where is that? Oh, it's not being loaded. Yeah. Wait, hello? Let's see. I mean, if I take it down, I think I know what I did wrong. Need to do that and then have that one on top. That also means that I do need to recalibrate all of them. Or at least the ones that I've already placed. Okay, so this one cannot. Okay, so I also see what I done wrong. What I did wrong is not this. This can't be a full bucket. It needs to be an empty bucket. Which this would explain a lot, right? Boom. Okay, empty bucket. I don't think we should be getting a lot of problems now, but I do need to go and recalibrate all but one. This one's from Steam Cut Hollow, so I'll go and replace this first, see if it works. And then we'll do the rest again. Do that. Let's... Wait, how is that possible? How are you this shouldn't be a thing. Did I not set this to empty bucket? I didn't. Boom. So are we now teleporting? We are. Look at that. And no message from Overstock. Let's go and grab the rest. You. You, and then lumber more. I need to decorate these as well, as I did with the one in Steam Cut Hollow. They're too open. I mean, this one's fine. This one's fine being open, but the ones in the starter base on Lumbermore need some decoration. Like that. First of all, let's do this one while we're here. Boom. And the last one. How long did that take us? About an hour? This is only the start, right? We need to set up an entire new system that's gonna teleport us to to the new island. So yeah, I'd say wish us luck. So the good thing is we set up a system that we can expand on, so we can just add a new little segment over here and keep it going. So that's good. We do need some more of those, but also, first of all, let's see teleporters. Entity item. Redstone. There's no real way to teleport a redstone signal, so we can't really detect if a tank is full and then send a signal all the way over here. That's not something that we can do, which is annoying, but it is a thing. Because I would like to automate this as well. That the moment the tank is full on the other side of this teleporter, we send back a signal to close off this teleporter, right? To close off that chute. Because that'd be great if we could do that, but apparently that's not a thing. Or at least not about these distances, which is kind of annoying. That's annoying. I mean, it's not the worst. I've been able to get it to work pretty consistently without them, but it would be fun if I could automate them. Just cleaning up these holes a little bit. I mean, what I could do, technically, right, is I could have a series. You need a pub. I do need a pub. I want to go to a pub. Technically, what I could do is, let's say we want the signal from here to come back over here. We could have a series of redstone links in sequence over the span of 75 blocks, right? But that's not a lot. Like, that's 100 blocks right there. No, that's not true. 70, like these work within a sequence. And that's within 70, yeah. But like, this is 70, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 redstone link sequences that we need to do. And they all have to be loaded as well. Like telegraph wires, well, they would be wireless, right? So what I would do is, do I have, okay, I need 2, but okay, think about this. We have, on every 75 blocks, we have 1 block, right? With a transmitter here, with a receiver here on the receiving mode. And on the other side, we set a transmitter. And so what it does, it receives the signal from the previous block, and it sends the signal to this next block. We could do that. We'll test it out in creative, but they have to be powered, and that's the problem. They have to be chunk loaded, which, like Bluetooth, yes, that's actually not that bad of a oh god, this is horrible. Okay, we need a new chunk loader. But the problem is they all have to be chunk loaded, and loading that many chunks, I think, is gonna put a lot of strain on my computer. But we can test it out. We can test out how far we can go when we're done. You know what? That's gonna be priority number uno for this world. Is how can we do that? We're not gonna work on the tower today. We're figuring this out. But first of all, we need a microwave towers. Yeah, we'll make microwave towers. That's actually not that bad of an idea. Or an analogy. That's what I'm... Chunk loaders. I need one of these guys. Which, of course, needs fancy things. Fancy things need to be made. Let me... Oh god, I don't have the wood on me to make... No, I can turn this into wood. That's not gonna help us very far. Let's go make a whole lot of cogs. I have good ideas sometimes. I mean, you've got good ideas plenty of times. I don't think that's a problem. Okay, so let's go to lumber more first, because we need to make cogs, and a lot of them. Need to make a lot of cogs. So we'll do you. Boom. Let's get 4 stacks of small ones. Boom. And then we'll get 4 stacks. Yeah, cell phone towers. Cell phone towers are a good idea. Okay, that'll take us somewhere. Dude, ever since I've been working on this thing, like I fixed these farms. That was a good idea to spend some time on the farms. That's why I like revisiting some of the old farms that I did, or some of the old systems that I did. Is I have so many new ways of improving them at this point that it would be criminal. It would be downright criminal to not revisit them. Let's keep those inside. Alrighty, let's see how fast this will go. I put in 33 pieces of gold. Let's see how many actual circuits that we get, or mechanisms, I should say. And then once we get the chunk loader in, we'll see about we'll go into the creative world and see how much we can figure out. So far, we haven't had any... Oh, never mind. It just broke too soon. That's a bummer. We're going up well, though. Wait, are we only... Okay, we've got 2 that didn't work, so I should be able to get 31. Okay, that's fine. We can do quite a bit with 31 of these. Then we take some glass. I should have a stray box of it over here. That's not at all the glass. Do we have more glass in here somewhere? That's also not a lot, but that might actually be enough. What else do I need? I need... I reorganized some of the stuff. So we have a lot of the glass over here now. And like all of these are now pretty empty. Except for these. Also, you're not in the right spot. The question is, do I have respawn anchors? It doesn't seem like I do. So how does one make a respawn anchor again? Crying obsidian, dude, is so hard to get by. I mean, it's not hard to get by. It's haunting crying obsidian, but I don't have it on me. Now we have to go back. Do I have plenty? Then I should have some glowstone in here. I sure do. Let's turn it into actual glowstone. We go over here. I'm not gonna make 10, but I'll make 3. Don't want to get rid of all the glowstone that I have. So we have that, and then I think it's just a matter of getting some brass casings. Then, if I remember correctly, it's this. Then we go that. 3 of you go there. Respawn anchor goes there. And then it's glass all around, if I'm correct. Boom. I got on the server I've been playing on, and I realized my basemate built in an area I told her I had plans for, so now I am having to refigure out where I'm gonna build my streeter. I'm working on the blaze right now. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, working on the server always requires a lot of like communication. It's you kind of just have to get through it at certain points. Let's grab some of these as well. It's a half creeper, and the spider is a speed. Wouldn't that be a speeder then, or a crider instead of a streeter? Then it didn't name it. I didn't name it. Okay. I mean, it's fine. Have a bracket up here as well, so that it's actually supported by something. Might as well put a bracket on this wall as well. But it's cool looking. I can imagine that it's cool looking. I can see that. Let's do that, and then have the bracket on this side, and then we can put bracket right there, bracket right there, and technically we could do, if I can get below it somehow, in the bracket right there as well. Just for it to be connected to something. Not that it like needs it, but at this point we might as well. Okay, that's fine. One thing that I do need to check out though is if I do G am I within? Because I know that there is a. Okay, I'm not within the 3 chunk render distance, so it does make sense to put a new one. This probably is going to break this entire system. Also, I just realized that that is not going to work because there's no ghast in it. We got to go and take care of a ghast. Ghast, 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 ghast. Let's see if we can find one quickly. There we go. Hello, buddy. Nope, come here. Come here. Thank you. That's all we need. We're out. We out. That's how things need to go. Speedrun. Found a ghast. Now we can go back. I'm afraid that this might as well break the entire system. Not that that's too bad, because then we just add more power to it, but... Oh, wait! That's sick. Let's do that. Because that should cover... So we're in this chunk, that's 1... Yeah, that should cover it. Alright. That's good. We can keep that going. Do we... Okay. I'm giving you the choice because you're you're watching this. Do you want to go and figure out how we can do cell phone towers? Or do you want to go and or do you want to work on the tower? Choice is yours. Tower is going to be a lot of like closed spaces, and like we're going to be working on like confined redstone stuff, and the cell phone tower is something new. It's a new project. I've never thought of doing it. So choice is yours. Also, I spilled glue on my table and now I can't get it off. Figure out the towers? Okay. Okay. Let me see if there's anything while we're changing worlds. I need to be careful these days because I'm working on a new project, a new series, and I don't want to spoil it. So I do need to change instances of Minecraft. Are we excited? I am excited about the new series. I can't say anything about it though. It's not that. I think. Wait. Soon though. Soon. Soon. Dude, I've been so excited about what we're gonna be doing in the future. Bum, ba-dum, ba-da-ba-bum. Ba-da-ba-bum. Tease. I mean, look. I can't say anything about it. So we're gonna figure out the towers, and then we'll get. The moment I can say anything about it, I will. Believe me, I won't be. I won't shut up about it. It's okay. I can wait. I think you'll be excited about it as well. I think a lot of people are going to be excited about it. Alright, let's get out of this laggy spot and get to somewhere where we've got some space to work with. Because first of all, we need to figure out how far we can go. Right, come on. Thank you. How far we can go. So we're going to get redstone links. That's not redstone links. These guys are. We are going to get a good indicator of distance. So we're going to start off with a blank, and then we'll get... Oh, we'll start out with 0. That's going to be better, I think. Then we'll do this. We'll get a lamp, because I think a light is a good indicator of power. Where are my redstone lamps? Right there. And then we'll do one here. What's this? So we're at, let's go to 400. Because that's an easy count. 400, that's the first block. Just so you know, I'm going to come up with a challenge that will make you shake your head and wince at the same time. One that you'll never hope it shows up. God. You know you're scary sometimes? Okay, so this is 75, which is quite the distance, right? So if we do lamp here, we'll put this on receive, and then we'll do redstone link 0. Right? That's far. I mean, it's not far. I can see it, right? But this might be what it takes. We'll do redstone link 0. No, wait, well, other way around. Redstone link 0, and then we'll get a lever. Okay, so that works. Question is, how far can I take it? So that's 75. Right, let's go to 500. That's 500. Lamp. Receiver mode. 0. Oh, that's further than I thought it'd be. Let's go to 600. Because like 600 is well without, well outside of render distance. Okay. 600. Oh, wait a second. This might actually be a viable idea. This might actually be a viable idea. So let's try 700 then. Because what happens if the chunks are not loaded, right? Yeah, see, okay. Now we're well out of range. Question is, how far is that actually? I think it's mostly because it's not rendered in. Let's see if I can go back, render it in, and still see a light come up. I don't think... Oh wait, now you're off as well. So it is a chunk loading issue. Because the moment I get back into rendering, I think that one's gonna go on. Wait a second. Oh, it's not. That's strange. It worked just now. Huh! So the chunk needs to be updated. Okay, that's... So if I break this one... See, now they work, because... And then if I go all the way over here... And I update the chunk... Yeah, see, now it doesn't... Huh! What if I do that, this? Let's update that again. Ha! That's curious. Okay. Then, let's say we do... I mean, every 200 blocks is gonna be pain, but it would, like, that would be a viable option now. Okay, let's get a windmill bearing, because that's probably going to be the easiest way of doing this. And then a chunk loader, like a one chunk loader. Boom. So let's say we have you set up like this. You can only throw 10 blocks in each direction, then you have to stop and say ribbit. That is, at that point, I'm just standing still, I think. No way am I. That is cruel. Cruel, I say. Can I... Where are the windowsill? Like the sails? Are they in here? I don't think they are. Are they? They're not. Diabolical. Yeah, it is. Hello, Stem. Thank you for the lurk. Oh, they're right there. Okay. Can I do one? Nope. I want to do... I know we need 8, right? So that's 4, 6, 7, 8. Oh, no. Cannot count. I cannot count. Okay, let's say we load this guy. Have that. Because we can hide speed. Damn it. Of course it is. We can hide the sails in a tower if we wanted to. Also, hi Stem, we're trying to figure out cell phone towers. Okay, so now we're loading this chunk. Question is, can I now update this one over here while this one, well, that one is far away? Can I update this one? Okay, so it's not chunk loading problems. Okay, that's fine. I know that this guy works, right? Because that's within distance. So if I do this, set you to receive 0, we prime you basically, and then we'll do you, set you to the next, and then we can go another 200 or 150 blocks. Because if I do 1 now, wait, did I not set? Oh, I set it to 2, right? Wait, what? Huh? I don't get it. It's loaded. It should stay loaded. Or do redstone signals not work loaded? Or is that just not how they work? Apparently that's not how they work. Don't tease Yummy, she'll get even. I mean, everything I said was fair game. Okay, this is a problem because of the fact that we are maybe if I, instead of a constant power, why don't we try and put in a bit of a clock right here? Let's do will they work better if they were higher? I don't think that's how it works. It's a good idea, but I don't think that's gonna fix our problem. It's not. That's how actual cell phone towers work. This one is very much like a digital signal. Okay, let's do every 40 ticks. Okay. So it is getting updated, except for now. So I think it's literally, even though they're chunk loaded, it's just getting stuck. See? So now we are getting our blinking lights, and I think if we're... See, that one is blinking as well. So technically, on a technicality, it will work, right? There's a bit of a delay between, but that's normal. But the moment I get here, it stops blinking. So it's player distance. It's not chunk loading, it's player distance. Which sucks. So this will not work. And in practicality, it's not gonna work. Because I'm not gonna be there at all times. At the source, because most of all we're working on different sources. We're working on different lines, so That ain't good. That ain't good. Now, how could we send a redstone signal through over long distances? How can we send a redstone signal over long distances? I mean, technically, we could just have a very long redstone line, but I fear that's not gonna. We're talking about thousands of blocks. I don't know. I have no idea. Oh God. Because the problem I'm having, right, is that if you don't limit, so let's say that this is our setup, right? This is the teleporter at Bernstein. This is our receiver, let's say at the hub, right? At our teleporter hub. If we keep sending over buckets, the moment the tank fills up and the whatchamacallit, the little box fills up and backs up, it keeps spitting the buckets all over the place, which is not good. Because, well, one, lag, also we're losing a lot of buckets. Meaning that if we have 4 of these, one tends to get filled and the other ones don't. So what I want to do is I want to lock. I'm going to mimic. I'm going to make a setup so I can show you what I want to do. Right? You got to see this as thousands of blocks apart, right? If the tank that is connected, let's say, if this tank is full, right? If this tank is full, I want to lock this chute. We're talking about that, like in this distance, easy peasy. We put in a little smart, a smart observer that can detect fluids, and we're good. We're talking about distances of 2,000-3,000 blocks. That's gonna be difficult. I mean, we could send a train back and forward, but then we could also just transport buckets with a train, which I don't want to do, because that means revisiting the entire system. How far do I need to cover? I think the distance between the furthest distance I need to go is Steam Cut Hollow, and that's about 4,000 blocks. About, give or take. So it's far. Also, as we've noticed, right, the redstone signals are player dependent. So if I work here, if I stand here, that one works. No, it doesn't work. See, it's stuck again. So I need to be perfectly in sync, right? Wait, okay, let me see. Is that true though? Or is it just not rendering the signal? I'm gonna do one more test. We are gonna set up another line over here. But we'll do B for back. Do boop. Back. And then go all the way back to the start and see if I can receive it over here. Because that's 400 blocks. If it works, it works. Let's do. It's B. No, this one. Yeah. See, that ain't doing it. How far do I need to go for this to work? So now that one works. That one does. Okay. Yeah, I did set it up correctly though. Did I? I think I did. I think I did. Can't really see if it's blinking or not. It's not. Yeah, this is not gonna work. This isn't gonna work. Is there redstone signal long distances? Ba-da-dum, bum, ba-da-da-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Links may be strictly one way. There's no reason you can't run two sets of relays going opposite directions. Let's see, Reddit to our help. You will need to give both of them the same frequency using blocks. Place the first one on any block and make sure you put button either next to a link or on the block it's on. With the second one, place it on the cart, either on the cart, which is placeable, send them myself both directions, or in the contraption that sends it back. Show you right click. I mean, yeah, okay, but that's transmit wireless redstone signals. Remote activator, toggle redstone. No, okay, it's not what we need. Is there any redstone? Because I know there's some extra blocks in here. Relayer, that's just doing. Don't think there is like a long distance transmission kind of thing. Table, no, okay. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Redstone additions. No. Create add-on redstone. No. Redstone additions. So simply diodes. Diode passes the signal only one direction, but unlike it does not update it. Okay. Conjunctor. No. Disjunctor. No, that's just an. No. 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 Okay, so that's not an option. Create add-on. Curious adds the ability to use engineer. No. Curious back tank. No. Contraptions. No. I mean, wait, little. What is little logistics? No. Okay. More create stuff, adds more items and interaction to create. No. Makes adding create cogwheels. No. Provides a way of converting PM. No. Create wizardry, no. No, okay. Don't think that's gonna be it. Huh. Okay, I don't know. I have no idea on what we could do to do this. I'll ask around with the more technical players. Yeah. I'll ask around with the more technical players, because I think this is outside of my ballpark. I think this is outside my ballpark. Also, somebody asked me in the comments how I filled in domes. I don't know how I can like explain this in words, but it's kind of like practice, I guess. But so what I tend to do, let me see. I'll kind of think about this. I want to think about this. I'll be able to figure it out, but it's just we're talking about something I haven't thought about in a while. Okay, so how does one explain this, right? I need to like think about, well, how I did this. Did I do... So it's 4 back, okay. Makes sense. 4 back, and then we'll do 2. So 2, 2. So I need to think about this in the context of how I go about doing it, right? Like, that's a good dome. But how does that translate to doing this, right? Let's see. If I do a normal witch hat, let's say, boom, like that. I'm only gonna do half of it. 2, 3. Okay, let's say this is my witch hat that I'm gonna do. First thing that I do, or that I tend to do, is I find center and I make my peak or my height. That height can change, but most of the time that's it, right? Then I go to my center points of every quadrant, because I split it down the middle 4 times, and on those lines I come in here and I start making the curve that I want to add, right? Like sometimes it's like that, and then I'll go up, right, until I meet with my center point, and then you kind of just have to look about it and see, is this big enough? It also depends on like what you start with, the size of your footprint. Like that's a decent like kind of shape. To be honest, I kind of want this to go bit. The thing is, the section behind, so you see, like we have 1 block here, 2 blocks here. This one cannot be 1 block because that kind of will dent your roof. So you want it to be smooth. So it's 2, 3. Then we go 4 again. We go 5, and then we need it to be either 5 or 6, which in this case it's 7. That's good. So when we do that, we make that kind of template on every corner or on every line at this point, because this is a round roof. Boom. We keep going. We do this and then that. And then you get like a little slice out of your pie, right? You can do the same thing on every 4. I mean, technically you would have 4, so you would have another one set out here somewhere, but I'll do this 1 corner for now, and then we'll figure out what we do with the rest. And then you have these inside corners over here. So you have an inside corner here, 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 and here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some red glass so you can still kind of see them. It's gonna make it look, I mean, that's, I'll figure something out. But that is gonna, just gonna build on those corners basically, and that's gonna define the lower end of our roof, and also it's gonna create some more corners. So we're gonna keep building on those until we're at a point that we're meeting up these taller ones, right? So as long as you go up with 1 block, you build on the or I build on the corners. Boom. From here on out, I tend to kind of sag my lines. So you still have your corners, right, which you can use as an indicator, But what I tend to do is kind of lower my middle over here. So you can do that with slabs. You can do that with... I have slabs now, which is good because I can use them. But you can do that with like slabs. And then you kind of keep going, right? Now that we're just using one block though, we are gonna do that. And then we keep going. We go like that. You've got your inside corners again, so you can use those to kind of figure out your roof. But we are keeping it lower. We're keeping this slope. Let me fill in behind this so that we can actually see what we're doing. Let me get some black concrete. Boom. And then we'll do this. Slash wand. Just so I can get a black background. Slash replace air with black concrete. Oh no, wait. That way it's gonna be a bit more obvious where we are. Right? So you can see that we're kind of like sagging this and we keep this going. So again, you've got your inside corners right there. And those are gonna get like, you're gonna get less of those the higher you go, right? Boom. And then you go up. And then you've got another inside corner. And you keep it going. For these parts, I tend to go... The next one goes one block above where your edges end. So over here as well, the edge ends over here, but our center blocks go one above that. That's like my rule of thumb. Then you keep it going. And then same thing. I mean, we don't have a center block, so we don't care about it anymore. And then we do that. This center block, we're just going to keep it in there. We could also say like that and treat these blocks as our center blocks, which does give that a little bit more of a pop. But what we could do to round it off a bit more is use walls. Let me go and find ourselves a red type of wall. And if we use walls, this is very obvious, but if you use walls of like the same color, it rounds off that slope a bit more. So I tend to use them on spots where but that's personal preference. You don't need those. That's very optional. But that's how I do tower roof in general, and it's not very different from like a dome. So let's say we do the same thing now. We'll do a dome as well. So let's say we do, this is our center. Most domes are going to be too wide. You don't need them to be too wide, but they look better when they're too wide in the center. For some reason, or at least I think they look better when they're nice in the center. You know what? Let's do this dome as well. We have a dome. Let's just do this one. Because the principle is the same, right? You're gonna build up your thing over here, your little wall. Let me get some background so you can see where we're going with this. Yeah. So we have our wall, right? and then we've got our inside corners. And so basically we're going to follow this. We're just going to build up on the corners until we hit that curve, right? Boom, boom. Also, this is not the only way to do domes or towers. This is just how I do them. And then from here on out, we're just gonna, again, we're marking our inside corners. But since we're now on here, if I now just keep following this principle of building on those corners, it's gonna start looking pretty flat. How do I explain this without tripping over my words? If I just do this, you're probably gonna get so we have 2 blocks here. We get 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, always from the corner out. So this is our first block, second block, first block, second block, and so on. If you just do this, you're probably gonna have a decent looking roof, right? So again, we put our first block on the corner, inside the corner of the last layer, and we have 3 blocks there. We're gonna do 3 blocks, connect them up, right? Again, 3 blocks here, we connect up the last layer. And we have 3 blocks here. Okay, let's do that. But as you can see, now we look with we come up with a square, right? And you could leave that as a square. It's not gonna look that good. So what I tend to do is either go that and leave that corner glass, which is gonna round it off nicely. But on this, I would even go further and just do like that and make an actual circle on the top. And I probably would, and this is where practice makes perfect, I probably would like push these back a bit as well and replace the inside corners with that, just to have that sharp corner not be there, right? And that's how I do my dome. So the principle of doing a spire, right, and a dome, it's practically the same, but in the end, it's practice. You just need to practice. I would probably do that. And then again, slabs are gonna help you out because you can like really smooth this curve out by just adding some slabs on corners where you're like, do I really like it? Like, we could do that, right? That's gonna help you like smooth it out a bit. Same over here. Gonna add like that. Add 2 in there, which is gonna add a bit of shape to it. But slabs, you don't have slabs for every block. So in vanilla Minecraft, that is. But yeah, if you're in modded, use slabs. Slabs and walls are gonna help you a lot. That's how I do my dome. So if you look at it from this way, it's a pretty round design overall. Now that we have the black in there, it's a pretty round design. Some of them are gonna end up looking weird. It happens. But do not. The good thing about this is whenever you like the curve that you have here, you can figure out what to do in the middle, because technically you could also put a curve in here and like divide up your tower in smaller segments, right? You could figure it out. Say we do something like that. Boom. And I already see that again. That is that's kind of weird, right? So we're probably gonna have to come out here a little more. And like maybe come up here. Maybe that would look better. I don't know. Maybe we come out here a bit more. It all depends on what you want to do with it, to be honest. So just play around with it, I would say. What you could also do, and this is going a bit further, is define your outer circles, right? So let's say we start from here. I like this the most. Okay, we do that. Then we'll do this. No, that's too straight. So we're probably just gonna do that. Now that's more circular. Okay, let's do the next layer. So that's something you can do as well. And then just fill in whatever layer it is, or whatever layer you want to do it with it. Oh wait, why does that not match up? Oh, wait a minute. I missed a block right there. Right? Do I like that? I like that. Do I like the shape of it? I like the shape of it. Next layer. And you keep going. So that's also it. And then you just fill in until you reach your next layer. So this is also some... I've seen people do it this way as well. Right? And that's going to get you very similar results to what I do, technically. Of course, all of these blocks are going to be your blocks of choice. These are just colors that I use to determine, or to kind of help segment my steps that I take. I can do that, say like we do that. We like that, we like it, and keep going. So yeah, hope that helps. Hope that explains my process of the things that go on in my mind when I do this thing. I do think that I'm gonna end stream right here because, one, I need to get editing. I need to get more editing done, and then two, I got work tomorrow, and I still need to take the trash out and stuff. So I think I'm gonna end stream here. Oh wait, before we end, anyone we can visit? Anyone we can visit? Anyone live that I know of? Doesn't seem like it. Anyone live in the Minecraft category that we like? Scrumbled? Crumbled. That's almost my nickname. Raid first fight, but okay, we can do that. We can do that. Let's see. We're gonna visit the first Viper. Is that how you say it? Is that how you say it? First Viper. We can raid them. I hope y'all have a good week. A good start of your week. I'm excited to see what's coming up next, and I'm very excited for a new series that I cannot talk about yet. But yeah, I'll see you all soon, I guess. Bye.